Nearly 20 years after 9/11, pre-trial hearings resume in the case against 5 men accused of aiding the hijackers. Among the 5 is a Pakistani national regarded as the principal architect of the attack. Proceedings resumed today after facing numerous delays. The last in-person hearing was in February of 2020. So CBS News senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge is following the story for us from Guantanamo Bay, and she joins us now. Good morning, Catherine. Thank you. What can we expect this morning?
Well, Anne-Marie, this pretrial hearing begins about an hour and a half from now at the high-security courthouse, which is about 100 yards from where I'm standing. The men have not been inside that high-security courthouse for about 18 months. Back in 2020, not only did the latest judge retire, but then they were hit with the pandemic, just adding to this long list of delays. The 5 defendants, including the self-described architect of the attack, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, face war crimes in the military trials, and they include conspiracy to commit acts of terrorism, hijacking, as well as the intentional murder of civilians, in this case, nearly 3,000 Americans, Anne-Marie.
Wow. You have been in court many times with the 5 defendants. What have you seen? What is it like?
Anne-Marie, it's always a very sobering and surprising experience. This courthouse was custom built for the trial. It's very large, and on the left-hand side, there are multiple defense tables. They're very long because each defendant has a legal team with interpreters of about a half dozen people. So this morning, there will be about 100 people inside that military court. We watch them from the gallery through this reinforced glass, and it's always very surprising what you see the men do in court. In some cases, and I've seen it myself, they'll make paper airplanes with the legal pads they have, and they will shoot them to one another. In other cases, they sit there reading magazines. I've seen one reading The Economist. And in other cases, some of them completely don't show up as a lack of a total shine of their disrespect for the court itself, Anne-Marie.
Wow. I think many people will be shocked to hear that pre-trial hearings are getting underway. It's been 20 years. Why the delay?
There are really 2 main factors in the delay. The first and the simplest is that these military courts don't have a long track record with death penalty cases, and this is a very complex case. You have 5 defendants who are being tried as a group. They're not being tried as individuals. So that itself is very challenging. The second and the largest block is the men's detention before they got to Guantanamo. After 9/11, they were captured and held in CIA secret prisons where they were subjected to interrogation tactics that critics call torture, including waterboarding and sleep deprivation. And to this day, much of the evidence remains highly classified and off limits to the defense. So it's a combination of a military system that's not experienced with complex death penalty cases, and then this continued secrecy about the men's detention in these CIA secret prisons, Anne-Marie.
So putting all the legal issues aside, what does this mean for the families?
These delays have gone on for so long that I personally know some 9/11 family members who have traveled all the way to the Navy base here on Guantanamo Bay just so they could sit inside that military court and come face to face with the 9/11 defendants. And so much time has passed. Some of them have died. And think about it, they never saw justice in their lifetimes. So it's really the 9/11 families that we need to be thinking about this week, and how the delay continues to impact their lives and ability to find some kind of closure in the case, Anne-Marie.
Right, some kind of closure. Catherine, thank you so much.